Hello, happy Monday. Hope you're doing okay. I'm okay. Are you okay? Happy Martin Luther King Jr. Day. I was listening to a lot of his old speeches and thinking, I prefer Trevor Noah these days. There's a certain, while I, of course, agree with a lot of the sentiments about equality and less poverty, I also think the focus on anyway, I'm going to stop right there and say I'm going to be listening to more Trevor Noah and less Martin Luther King Jr. after today, although I am happy to take the fragments of what he was saying in many of his popular speeches that I do agree with, such as the dream that we all share of more equality and love and brotherhood in our society. I think most of us share that. Anyway, good thing nobody's listening to me this Monday morning. I'm a little bit rambly. I'm here as usual to check in with my body, do a little stretching and strengthening, and invite you to join me if you feel like it. I'm contending with a pretty big ball of fire on my inside, so I'm going to be taking it easy, and also had no internet over there, so had to put you over there, which puts me on the floor down here. Let's do just a little shaking it out. Shake out the hands, shake out the shoulders, shake out the legs, shake out the midsection. Take a couple of breaths just to root myself into the center of the earth, focusing on my sits bones since I'm sitting, hanging myself from the center of the universe. Let's do a couple shoulder shrugs, breathing in on the way up, and just breathing out and letting go. And again, breathing in, tensing up. Just letting that go. Shake that out. Thank you for the love. It's good to see you out there. Breathing in, tensing up, and then whoosh. Just letting it go. Take a couple more breaths just to tune into the circulation of energy through my spine and bring a smile. I'm going to bring it circulating top to bottom, permeating all the cells of my body. Just breathing in goodness and letting go of dissatisfaction and drama. I think I'm going to keep it pretty short and sweet this morning and whip out a quick 100 any reps. I say that and then realize, nope, can't do that before I stretch just at least a little bit. So I'm going to sit back, bring those feet out forward, working with a limited area here. Coming up high and then bending from the hips, aiming my chin for my toes. And a nice stretch of the spine there. Give the belly and back a couple of moments to release a little bit more. And then I'm going to round the spine, aiming forehead for knees. Just try to relax into that for a breath or so. And then again, chin for toes with a flat back, bending from the hips. And then shifting that bending from the waist, aiming forehead for knees. And again, from the hips, chin for toes with a flat back. I'm going to use my arms a little bit on those legs to help pull into that stretch. And then rounding the spine. Still using my hands for a little bit of pull. Pulling the forehead for my knees, bending now through the waist. curling spine. And then I'm going to reach out past those toes with hands with a flat back. Let's do just a little twisting over to the left, trying to keep that right hip rooted into the ground, and over to the right, keeping that left hip rooted into the ground. I'm going to do another one of those twists, this time using arms on legs for a little work. Over to the left, and back to center, and over to the right. I'm going to bend those knees. Let's come into a squat position for a little stretching here. I'm pushing both heels down, using my elbows on my legs. Encourage you to do some frog hops. If you want to get nice and silly and do a little strengthening, I challenge you. I don't have room in here, or I'd do them. I'm just kidding. I could go outside. They're really hard. Do 10 frog hops and see if you don't feel that tomorrow morning. Call me in the morning and let me know how that did for you. Pressing my heels down and pressing my elbows into my knees, pressing my palms together, and then pulling the chest forward. Gives a really nice stretch through the midsection. I like to push on one elbow and then the other to get an additional stretch through the torso and through the shoulders. I'm going to go ahead and lift up in the hips, hanging from the hips here. The nice forward fold, just letting gravity do some unwinding of the spine. Give that a nice sigh. A little letting go. I'm going to roll up one vertebra at a time, stacking on the next. Just checking in here. Shake all that out. And then I'm going to come back down into a squat. Pushing again on the hips, on the knees, which is opening the hips. Pressing those heels down. You can play with various foot positions to kind of change up that stretch in the legs. Various knee positions to change up that stretch. Elbow on knee positions. Change up the stretch in the torso and the arms and the shoulders. And then I'm going to come on down and do my 100 any reps. Which I got a great big ball of fire right here that is talking to me. So we'll see how I get through it. Let's start off with just a little bit of balancing on the sits bones. Let's do a little ankle rotation here. Just playing around off and on the sits bones and rotating the ankles. Give a little stretch from here, hanging on to those toes and pulling with the arms. It's a nice place to play with balance on the sits bones there, just seeing where that point of falling forward and point of falling backwards is. I think I'm not going to do flutter kicks on account of that great big ball of fire I mentioned. Let's do some foot palm claps. And then I'm going to come on down and try to stay in camera, pressing my low back down toward the floor. This camera has too much adjusting to the light, doesn't it? I'll continue to figure that out. Let me see if I can figure out a nice, mellow kind of rep to do for my 100 any reps. I think I'm going to do, instead of flutter kicks, which engages the abdominal muscles, which I normally do like to do, but because I am catering to a flare-up right here, I'm going to do, instead of flutter kicks, just like pushing up kind of kicks. You could turn this into the old bicycle, and you could lift the hips. Like, let's do that. I think that's all right. Give me a little inversion. So I'm bringing elbows together, making sure to protect the neck by relaxing it. I'm going to use my hands on my hip bones to kind of lift those hips. And then you probably remember this from 2nd grade. Bicycles. Let's do 99, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 90, 89, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 80, 79, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 70, 69, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 60, 59, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 50. I haven't done these since grade school. Let's go backwards. 49. I think that's probably a lie. I probably did them in college 1 or 2 times. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 40, 39, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 30. Is that right? 29, 8, 7. Slipping. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 30, 29, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right. I'm going to roll that down. Try to roll it down nice and slow. Feeling the fact that I haven't done that in a long while. Just going to relax here for a breath or so. Let my spine kind of settle back down. Let that ball of fire settle back down. Try not to kick over the shelves I got right there. Again, I'll remind you, there's no right or wrong way to check in with your body. There's probably better and worse ways. One of the main key, though, is to show up regularly for yourself. Do something. That's hence why I do my 100 any reps. Keeps me getting active. Some days I push it. Some days I take it real mellow. But as long as I do that minimum every day, then I find I feel a lot better than when I don't. I hope you're remembering that whether you're doing it or not doing it, whether you do or you don't, you're still worthy of your own unconditional love. You're here, so you must be worthy of this life. And your body's the one thing you can't live without, so I encourage you to give it a little love, a little playfulness, a little stretching and strengthening. I wish you a fantastic Monday. Thank you for stopping by. Kenny, Philip, good to see you. Ciao for now.